Hello, Capricorn. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension. And today we are going to see what messages Spirit has for you. So thank you for watching. This is for all Capricorn placements. And make sure you check out your other major placements as well. Thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed your birthday. We just got out of your season. So yeah, let's get into it. I know it's been a while since I've done zodiac messages, but I just felt guided to come back and do them again. So we're going to do it. Let's see what we got going on. All right, Spirit. Let's tune in with Capricorn, all major placements. What does Capricorn need to know right now? My readings are timeless, so whenever you find this is perfect. Let's get some messages for Capricorn, please, and thank you. Messages for Capricorn. Most important. What do they need to know? Okay. I'm hearing that song by Flo Rida, You Spin Me Right. Well, I know it's not originally Flo Rida, but that's the version that I'm hearing. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Okay, so maybe you're feeling maybe confused about somebody or something, or maybe you feel like you've been stuck in a cycle, or maybe you feel like you keep going back and forth with somebody or something. Okay. I'm just hearing get grounded. And then this candle right here, it says, smells like chill out, take a step back, time to ground yourself. So maybe there's just something that Spirit's not saying it's a complete pause, but you're needing to take a step back. You're needing to take a step back, really ground yourself. Don't be so focused on like achieving or finding resolution. Be focused right now on calming yourself, getting grounded. So that way, no matter what happens, you're not giving your power away or acting out of character. Okay. Bottom of the deck, overall energy. Yeah. The Hanged Man. Yeah. It's time for you to take a step back, Capricorn. You're not meant to have all the answers right now. This is something that is divine orchestration. So you have to surrender to this. It's going to work out in the way that is meant to work out, and it's going to be for everyone's highest good, even if it hurts for a minute. But you're being asked to surrender. Take a step back. Could be dealing with the Pisces there. Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands. This could have to do with family members or maybe work or people you're really close with. This could be people that maybe you work with and you have a relationship with, whether that's friendship, family, marriage. I think the reason it might be so stressful is because if it is work and, a close relationship, you don't want one to impact the other. So I can understand why you're wanting to find a resolution here, but I think there may be a lot of people involved or just a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different things here. So you have to just surrender. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Swords, the Six of Swords. I do feel like there's going to be resolution. I think it may come in a way that might be a little bit unexpected, which is why Spirit's saying you don't have all the answers. So take a step back and allow us to just sort it out. But know that first and foremost, you're going to be safe. This may end up being a situation where maybe one person has to walk away or somebody may have to like swallow their pride, but it's going to get sorted out in a way that works for everybody. So don't worry so much about it. Okay. Yeah, it's like you need to think logically, maybe practically right now. I don't think you need to worry about being right or being number one in this situation. And there is a lot of memory associated with this. So this could be dealing with someone that you have known for a long time, or other people's past situations and experiences are heavily influencing this, which they influence our everyday life anyways, right? Like a narrative, a learned behavior or response. It's something that we pick up when we're younger or through certain experiences, and then we carry that with us until it's time to let it go. And this may be a situation where it's time to let a response or a reaction or a trigger go, but you have to be gentle with that unfolding. So be patient, be gentle, surrender right now. Okay, well, let's get into it, Capricorn. I'm very intrigued. I like this. Okay, so let's see what's like the main issue here with Capricorn in this situation. What's the main problem? What's going on? the main problem here? Okay, we have the Three of Swords. So this could be like a breakup or some sort of disagreement or just feeling really disappointed with something. This could even be disappointed in yourself, but it's like, it feels like something happened that was very unexpected or something was very out of character for somebody. And it's been really hard for you to kind of come to terms with this. That's why Spirit's saying you got to ground yourself right now, because it may not make sense for a while, but you need to be able to still operate and move and function while this is getting figured out. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress. So maybe like somebody got a job opportunity or some sort of new opportunity. Maybe you found out like someone like gave you some sort of like tea, somebody spilled tea without meaning to. This could involve like another woman or maternal figure, sister, mother. It feels like there's a lot of people involved, which is why it may even be that more overwhelming, because you're just like, everybody is on this type of time right now. Okay. So what's the main lesson that Capricorn is learning from this situation? Why is this happening? What's the point, the purpose, the lesson? Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, yeah. So this is, I don't know why I'm laughing. I think because it's uncomfortable. This is definitely a situation where like you're going through the ringer. It's like it has to teach you your perseverance, or it has to teach you how to go to others for help or for guidance, or to the universe, even whoever, because like this card, it is obviously like they're going through some things. They've been abandoned, left out in the cold, but there's a church right there or some sort of like enclosure or shelter that they could go to. So it's like, instead of wandering through the snow, go to the shelter, right? So Spirit is acknowledging like whatever it is you're going through right now, it is definitely like a stab in the heart, twist the knife, throw salt on the wound. This is definitely brutal right now, but it's teaching you either how to rely on yourself, or even when you can't go to those that you trust the most, can you still find a way out? Can you still, go to other people in the community, or, have somebody you can go to? It's Spirit is trying to get you to not give up through a very, very distraught situation, and it's when you hit rock bottom that you really find out what you're made of. So it feels like that's what's happening for you. I mean, this is definitely something that's helping you become wiser, and something that's helping you learn what your truth is, what matters to you. I think that this is something that has revealed a lot of people's intentions that you may not have expected. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. How can Capricorn overcome this and be successful in this situation? Okay, very interesting. We have the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I just got like heart palpitations. So some of you guys, maybe you're experiencing like panic attacks or heart palpitations or anxiety, or maybe like someone had a heart attack, and maybe this is like where all of this is stemming from. But in order to overcome this, Ten of Cups, King of Cups, I mean, the answer is love, right? As cliche or as ridiculous that may seem, the answer is love in this situation, And it's not to say like, say people did you wrong, and we're going to clarify all of this, but say people did you wrong. Spirit's not saying you have to go be buddy buddy with them, but like forgive them, have compassion, have understanding. Because if you're a good person and people chose to do you wrong, that shows really how they are inside. And you should have nothing but compassion, prayers, healing for people like that, because you don't want to aid in it by putting negativity on it as well, right? Also, this is asking you to, especially with the King of Cups, like kind of sit with your emotions, but don't drown in them. That kind of goes back to that grounding energy, right? Spirit is saying, yes, this is painful, this is difficult, this is hurtful, unexpected, but don't lose yourself to it. Find the purpose in it. Find the love in it. Find the lesson in it, and you will not drown in this. And that is easier said than done, but it is something that will free you and help you overcome this situation. Yeah, we have the death card with the Three of Wands. It's like this big ending is something that's helping you level up and move to a next chapter in your life. Ooh, okay. Okay, so how can Capricorn move with love in regards to this situation? What's your advice in that? Please and thank you. Okay, yeah, we have the five, kind of what I just said, Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is definitely, Spirit is saying, like, yes, there have been people who have done you wrong, who have been selfish, who have, plotted on your downfall. But you need to have nurture, love, support. The Queen of Pentacles is like the most motherly queen. So, Spirit's really asking you, again, you don't have to be buddy buddy with people, but either do something with that anger or send love. You know what I mean? Like, say for example, there's somebody who had a heart attack and people aren't handling the passing well, or they're not handling their care well. Okay, so then do things to get informed on wills and how to execute them, and do things to understand how to care for someone who just suffered from a heart attack, how to prevent a heart attack, or be proactive and find a lawyer and find a doctor and do those things. Or pray for those people, pray for understanding, pray for compassion. You know what I mean? Like, I know it is easier said than done, but that is what the world needs right now. And that is how you overcome situations, especially when you can't control external people. You can't control someone who chooses to act like this, but you can control how you respond to them. So, Spirit is saying, respond with love. Yes, they've hurt you, they've disappointed you, they've sabotaged you, they've neglected you. But doing that back to them, or cursing them, or being angry, is only hurting your own self. So look deeper into it. Again, like, people act like this because of some sort of insecurity within them, because of some past pain that they haven't healed. And it doesn't justify it, but when you can move with that understanding, it makes it less personal. You know what I mean? Because it's like they're not really directing this towards you. They're directing this towards their parents, towards their past lover, towards how they feel about themselves in their career or in their, parenting. You know what I mean? Like, it's much deeper than this situation. So it's not your job to dissect that and go through the roots of all that. It's their job. But if they're not going to do that work, continuing to be disappointed in them, or having expectations continuously not met, is not going to help. So you have to accept somebody for where they're at. That does not mean, we're going to go be best friends and get dinner together. But that means you can at least live with it. And that's the whole point of it. It's not for this other person, but it's so you can live with it. And so you can continue to shine and live your best life and do you, and let this go and be in the past. Okay. What's going to be the final outcome for this situation for Capricorn? Please and thank you. All right, we have the Lovers. That's very cute. Love that. Gemini energy. We also have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo with the Queen of Pentacles, and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with the King of Cups. But with the Lovers, yeah, I like this because this tells me that there is going to be peace. There's going to be resolution. There's going to be love and understanding. People are going to be able to communicate and see eye to eye. And this is also an understanding that people have so many different aspects and versions of themselves. There's the masculine, the feminine, the inner child, the ego, the shadow self, and like all this stuff. So I feel like you're going to have a better understanding and appreciation for the nuance of humans. And instead of taking things personally, you're going to be approaching things with this compassion and understanding. This creates an openness of communication, not only for yourself, but for this other person or whoever's involved here. You know what I mean? Like, even if you don't see eye to eye, you're going to be able to communicate. You're going to be able to hold space and listen. It's not just about, I need this person to see what I'm seeing. I need this person to apologize. But it's about saying, this person is a person and I am too. We all have our shit. We all have our pain. We all have our trauma. And I'm just going to accept that and not get so riled up when someone is showing me their pain. And it's also a matter of understanding that everyone's a mirror for you, right? Like, this person is showing you maybe parts of you or versions of you that you either haven't acknowledged, that you continue to judge. And by letting that person be the vessel for how you get to know your own self deeper, can also have more gratitude and acceptance for the situation too. So I just feel like there's going to be a lot of dissecting, but in a very good way, not about over analyzing or trying to say they're like this because of this and they need to heal that. Like, that's nobody's business except that person, right? So it's about letting that person have that journey and still allowing yourself to be a safe space for yourself and for them. Even if you don't want them to enter your space, you're still not going to have that animosity towards them, if that makes sense. Okay, let's break it down. Wait, we have the Fool, we have the Strength card, we have the Emperor, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's like a big shift is going to happen for you, Capricorn. And you're going to feel strong, but you're also going to feel very balanced and very like accepting and light as well, which is very beautiful. Like, I don't want the strength to come from you bearing all of the pain from the past, but from understanding the lesson behind it and having gratitude for it and becoming wiser because of it. Okay, cute. Let's do it. Okay, so the main issue here was the Three of Swords. So let's see exactly what was like the disappointment or the heartbreak or what's happened here for Capricorn. Tell us more, Spirit. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this could involve a relationship with the Two of Cups. This could be romantic. This could be a very close friend. This could have been like your best friend, coworker. This could have been a mentor, somebody you looked up to, something like that, someone you were very close to. And this connection, relationship has come to an end here. Yeah, I feel like you were trying to be very patient. Like, okay, let's break it down. This was a situation where it was very back and forth with the Two of Pentacles coming out. You were trying to decide, okay, are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? Is it this? Is it that? Like, what's going on here? Like, you were trying to get your footing with this connection, trying to figure out what everyone's vibe was, okay? This could have been like an on and off relationship, or this could have been, maybe you broke up and you're trying to decide, are we going to for real break up? Are we going to try it again? This could be a friendship where you're like, are we going to move in together? Are we not? Are we going to start a business together? Are we not? Like, just trying to figure out, where are we going here? Okay. Apparently where we went was over, right? Because you were trying to figure out what's happening, what's making sense. Okay. There was a lot of confusion, and honestly could have been like a bit of a standstill between you and this person. Like, maybe no one was really communicating, or no one was being truthful or 100% vulnerable with what they wanted or what their expectations were. It feels like everyone was kind of waiting for the other person to like say something, or waiting for the shoe to drop, And I think because of that, maybe that's why we ended up in this situation, like if no one was willing to like put themselves out there or make that first move, then how can you deepen something or have that progress, right? So yeah, it just feels like it was very up in the air, very confused. And I think each person knew what they wanted, but no one wanted to say like, this is what I want, or this is what I expect, or this is what I'm feeling. Lots of twos. So you guys could have seen a lot of twos, or maybe someone has like February 2nd for a birthday, or, January 22nd, December 22nd. I don't know. With the High Priestess, the Sun card, I feel like there was some clarity that came through. This could have been some sort of communication, or like you saw something online, like somebody clocked some tea, something revealed itself, and that led to a disappointment here. Yeah, so it's like the King of Swords. Like, somebody either was honest, confessed, or some sort of truth was revealed. Okay, it could be with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra with the King of Swords. And then there's the Ten of Swords. So whatever truth was revealed or whatever came to the surface is what made this situation come to an end. Okay. Tell me more about the King of Swords. What was this like truth revealed? What was this truth revealed that caused this ending? Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Star card. Okay. Aquarius energy with the Star card. I feel like the truth was there was an imbalance, because the Star to me is someone that's like shining and radiant and abundant. And then the Six of Pentacles, it's like someone that's helping someone or someone that's in need of help. And listen, this could be like the wealthy person and the Star person, which is beautiful. But to me, this feels like there was an imbalance, right? And with the Two of Pentacles, yeah, it's like there's a big ship and a small ship. Like it was not an equal playing field here, a power imbalance, if you will. Because yeah, there's the Page of Wands and then the Empress. Yeah, it's like someone was an Empress and someone was a page. Like it just didn't make sense here. And I think that you both knew that, but no one wanted to say anything. No one wanted to act on that. No one wanted to, address the elephant in the room, because we were living in a fantasy for a minute. Hey, I'm mad at you. Okay, so let's see, what was the point of this? Five of Pentacles. What was the lesson that we're learning here? Okay, so this could also be like, if you see that something is not in alignment for you, don't go out in the snow and join them. You know what I mean? Like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? All right, tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh. Five of Pentacles. See, there's the Two of Cups again, the Five of Cups, disappointment in a relationship and a connection. Okay, what I'm getting here, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. Capricorn, you're about to be on the come up, okay? Like, I really do feel like, and listen, I don't want anyone to think I'm saying like this other person was not as good as you, Capricorn. And you could be the other person. You know what I mean? You could be the Six of Pentacles that was dealing with the Star. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but it's just a misalignment. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I saw this TikTok the other day. If you were to go to McDonald's and say, I want a medium rare steak and a lobster tail and your best wine, they would look at you like you were very confused. And it's not that you're asking for something that's crazy or outrageous. You're in the wrong spot, right? So whatever was going on here, somebody was in the wrong spot and was asking for too much. Not because that they weren't good enough to get it, and not because this person wasn't good enough to give it to them, but it was just they were in different spots in life. That's what's happening here. And so you've learned that. You've learned that, you can have as much love for another person, as much potential, but if they're not wanting to live up to it, you can't drag yourself down trying to get them to come with you. You know what I mean? You got to forgive yourself for that. Okay, we're going to keep moving because I feel like that's what's coming up next. But what you learned here, Capricorn, is that you cannot settle or compromise your dreams, your goals, your expectations, because then you end up not even meeting them yourself. And so now that you've freed yourself from this, or this has closed its chapter, things are really going to start moving very fast for you. You could be traveling, you could be getting a lot of new opportunities, promotions. Like, your world is literally about to change. Like, I can't even speak. And the thing is, it's because you had to hold on to your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your legacy. What do you want that to be? And don't compromise that for another person that can't match what it is that you want to go to. And it's no tea, no shade, nothing like that. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has the potential to grow and do what they want to do, but you can't stop your growth so someone else can reach your same level. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, there was a lot of love or a lot of like respect here, both, that's why it's so disappointing that this didn't end up how you wanted it to end up, but that's what it is. Okay. So how you can overcome this: Ten of Cups, King of Cups, love. So now that I'm like getting more detail about this, I feel like this is not only forgiving this other person, but really forgiving yourself. I feel like you might feel bad about things not being in alignment. It's almost like why I had to explain what I mean by like not being in alignment. It's like, don't feel bad about that. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with either energy. That's like society will program us in this way and think like this is bad and this is good. So then when we're wanting to continue to strive, and that means we have to leave certain circles, certain habits, certain things, and we feel bad about that. And it's like, no, like don't feel bad, because like growth is what it is. You know what I mean? Like then you let your guilt keep you held back, and that's crazy. Don't let guilt hold you back. You know what I mean? But forgive yourself, forgive this situation, and know that like there is nothing but love here. Like at the end of the day, everything is love. Whether that means it's love because it gave you a beautiful experience or because it gave you a beautiful lesson. And this was a beautiful lesson for you, Capricorn. All right, tell me more about the Ten of Cups, King of Cups. All righty. Some of y'all could have been dealing with a Leo. We have the Strength card and the Sun, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So definitely Leo energy. But so how to overcome this, Capricorn, with the Seven of Swords, you have to have a different perspective on this. You need to look at this in a different way. I think a lot of you feel like you've done something malicious or wrong, or maybe you feel like this person, maybe you feel they weren't truthful about where they're at in life, and maybe you feel like a little manipulated by them, or whatever the situation was. Like maybe they revealed parts of themselves that were maybe not as, maybe there was like stealing or cheating or lying or something. Whatever the case is, look at it with love and allow yourself to see things in a different way. Because this is something that really is like going to activate you, like we just saw with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands. Like this is something that's really going to get things moving for you. It's really lighting a fire inside of you. So even though it was uncomfortable or painful or disappointing, it's something that's really serving you in a beautiful, beautiful way. And with the Strength card and the Sun card, I just feel like there's a lot of clarity that's coming through here. Like you're realizing, okay, I didn't need to sacrifice this much. I didn't need to compromise here. I should have been more honest then. You know what I mean? Like allow yourself to reflect and gain the insight that is meant to gain, that you're meant to gain from this, and do it with love, like not with regret or judgment or guilt or shame. Because this is something beautiful that you needed to learn. Okay? See, and it's helping you really do a lot of deep inner work in regards to your inner doubts and fears and, like the opposing energies within you. Like you're learning how to work with all parts of you. And I think that's really special. That's really special. It's really just about appreciating the highs and the lows and everything that you have to go through in order to be the version of you that's ready for that Ten of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Fierce, let's keep it moving. Okay. So how to operate with more love. We have the Five of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. So again, this is about understanding that everyone's pain or triggers or responses, it really does not have a lot to do with you, but more so about the things that they're carrying within them, and not having a grudge or animosity towards somebody that's already dealing with their own demons. You know what I mean? Like it is unfortunate that you end up being getting astray in that situation, but you had to get that straight because you had to realize certain things about yourself as well. So appreciate the moment to reflect and send love to the vessel the universe sent you that lesson in. Okay. Tell me more about the Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, please and thank you. All right, we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Okay. I'm hearing take a break. Yeah, this is the grounded energy. Okay. So the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, they're very like rambunctious, quick, taking action, maybe impulsive knights. And then with the Four of Swords, it's like the complete opposite. So I feel like Spirit's saying, don't feel like you need to rack your brain or you need to take action or you need to figure it all out and understand why somebody did something to you, why you had to go through a certain lesson. You know what I mean? Like, just allow yourself to rest and heal from it, you know? And if you want to like journal about it, meditate on it, that's totally fine, totally different. But if you're sitting here like stalking somebody on social media or, you know, like gossiping to your friends or family about it and like just kind of staying in a negative energy with it and just keeping yourself in a victim state, that's not helpful. But allowing yourself to find the purpose in it, the lesson, that's okay. So if you're not in a space where you are ready to kind of peel those layers, then just let it go for now. You know, ground yourself, do a spa day, go get a massage, take a nice bath, and work on regulating your nervous system, work on slowing down your breath, slowing down your thoughts. And then when you feel ready, you can approach this and, you know, kind of dig deeper, but don't rush yourself through that process, okay? Yeah, we have the Hermit, the Page of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like it's time for you to, you know, kind of spend some time on your own and allow yourself to heal and recover and then reflect when you feel ready. No need to rush though. Just stay grounded. Okay, final outcome. We have the Lovers. That's exciting. So this could be a new relationship since something here has clearly gone off the rails. And this could also be, you know, appreciating, like I said earlier, the nuance of humans and just all the different versions of us and how we're mirrors to each other and the things we teach one another and just having appreciation for that. Tell me more about the Lovers. Okay. Okay. Okay, I do feel like you are going to continue to be on your own or just kind of doing your own thing, grounding yourself, you know. We do have the Ace of Swords, the Tower, Scorpio energy, the Knight of Pentacles. So that is, again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and the Two of Cups. So I feel like it's going to take some time for you, Capricorn, but I feel like this is just going to be an opportunity to gain clarity on why this situation didn't pan out how you expected, what you were meant to learn from it, and how you can use it to make better decisions in the future. You know, like everything happens for a reason. And that's why I tell people, like, yes, you can be upset about something, you can have your feelings, but don't carry that with you for years and years and years without giving yourself time to process it and to look at the roots, because it all happens for a reason. And I feel like with this situation, you're going to understand why this person was in your life and why it didn't work out and what it was showing you about yourself and about your approach to relationships and all this stuff. And again, this is not just romantic. This could be friends, coworkers, family, whatever. But there's a lot that you're learning about yourself within this situation. And what's beautiful is like you are going towards a lot of big goals and a lot of beautiful things for yourself. So it's not like everything in your life is pausing, but it's interesting. It's like it's accelerated you towards bigger goals and also towards deeper understanding and processing. And it's really helping you continue on the path that you wanted to be on, which if you would have kept this situation around, this path would have been delayed for a long time. So I think that's really cool. It's really come full circle here, and it's just so interesting how the universe sends us these messages, isn't it? All right, I'm going to close it out with an oracle message here. This is the Zodiac reading cards. So maybe Zodiac that you resonate with. And if you guys resonated with this message, let me know with a like, a comment. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Share this reading with another Capricorn or cross watcher. And if you want more from me, I have all my social media down below in the description box. I also have my website where you can book a personal reading or healing ceremony or one of the many other services I provide. I also have a newsletter if you want to sign up for that, get some bonus content. All right. So we have eclipse in Aquarius, number 35. So you may have Aquarius in your chart or be dealing with an Aquarius. And 35 makes 8. So you could be seeing 8s. There we go. Okay, here we go. It's taking a minute. All right. And it says, eclipse in Aquarius, awakening, your deeper resolve rises. I like this. See, this is kind of like the shadow self and shining a light on the shadow self. I like that a lot. All right, let's see what it says. See, and this is on page 81. So, 8. This is the card of awakening. You're ready to try something completely new, an extraordinary coincidence, strange synchronicity, a new frame of reference, or an entirely new chapter will arise. If you're esoterically minded, studying a topic that intrigues you will kickstart a fresh, spiritually enlightening chapter. So maybe some of you guys are getting into some new spiritual practices, maybe tarot, Reiki, crystal, chakra, sound healing. There's a million out there, yoga, meditation. That's exciting. This is a spiritual awakening. The more patient you are with yourself and your new understanding of the world, the more you will advance and appreciate your extraordinary circumstances. See, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like you're moving at an interesting rate. It's like things are happening faster because you're giving yourself the time to reflect and to reach different perspectives and an enlightened and awakened approach and perspective to things. I like it. Due to the upheaval associated with revelations that occur during this phase, you may doubt your abilities. Hey, that's par for the course. You may see your intuition as unreliable, and yet the truth is that you are an awakened individual with a deep and inspiring connection to spirit. See, some of you might be questioning that because it's like you trusted a situation or a person so strongly only for it to not pan out, but it wasn't ever meant to be that. It was meant to initiate this awakening. So keep trusting yourself. Ooh. You may see your intuition as unreliable, and yet the truth is that you are an awakened individual with a deep and inspiring connection to spirit. This you can trust. Learn to believe that you can trust your abilities. Avoid being easily distracted, restless, and unable to commit to projects. Digital and technological ventures can step to a new level. You may see your abilities in the digital world in a new light. Avoid being consumed by technology. Ensure you create balance in your life between technology and everyday concerns. During this phase, you may be seen as eccentric or someone eccentric enters your life. Ooh, okay. Be guided by your intuition and your sense of purpose in order to step into your power. Avoid subscribing to other people's opinion of you. You may be different or simply experience life in a different way. And there is room on this planet for everyone's idiosyncrasies. Persevere if someone attempts to steal your thunder, if you are challenged by someone's vanity or ego, or are drawn into a power struggle. You will discover your deeper resolve that will rise above conflict. You may be surprised by your ingenuity and ability to innovate. Align yourself with truth and humanitarian causes. I love it. That's fierce, yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a big shift for you right now, Capricorn, but get into it because it's going to be beautiful. And Spirit's going to have your intuition, other people help you and guide you through this. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't overthink it too much and don't doubt yourself. Okay? That is your reading, Capricorn. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.